Every night I'd coat my girlfriend's feet in mud, dust them with flour, then pretend to be asleep. And every night at 2 a.m., she'd wake up, pull out one of my hairs, and sneak out. So I followed the muddy footprints she left behind. But just when I was about to find out where she was going, I spotted a little girl about to get hit by a semi-truck. I sprinted over and shoved her out of the way, but I took the full hit, flew 10 meters and hit the pavement. I was barely breathing. Right as my heart was about to give out, a cold mechanical voice exploded in my head. System binding complete. Total funds, $100 quadrillion, deposited into host Linchen's account. Black card acquired. GoldenEye skill unlocked. See the true value of anything, read anyone's mind. Grandmaster level combat skill unlocked. I snapped my eyes open. My body felt like it was on fire, in the best way. I could see and even hear a Maybach coming from 5 kilometers away. Less than 2 minutes later, it pulled right up in front of me. A long, slender leg in black stockings stepped out, and then she bolted toward the crowd like a madwoman. Duo, where are you? The little girl I saved burst into tears. The woman rushed over and scooped Duo into her arms. Once she confirmed it was just a scrape, she looked up at me, eyes full of emotion. Sir, thank you. You saved Duo's life. I'm Su Wanking, CEO of the Su Group. Whatever you need, just name it. Even if it bankrupts our family, we'll make it right. Lingchen studied her. Her info pulled up in his vision. Name, Su Wanking. Age, 25. Title, CEO, Su Group. Net worth, over $800 billion. Before today, this would have been the greatest shot Lingchen ever had to turn his life around in this city. Demand a massive payout from the Su family. Even now, Lingchen's $100 billion didn't even scratch the Su family's loose change. But Lingchen just looked at her, said no thanks, and disappeared into the rainy night. Su Wanking watched him walk away, then turned to her assistant. Find him. I want everything on this guy in 3 minutes. He saved my daughter. I'm not letting him just vanish. Back home, Lingchen's gaze landed on the 2 portraits on the wall. His golden eye triggered a memory playback. It didn't take long. The one behind his parents' deaths was his stepmother. And his girlfriend Chen Lu? Her late night sneaking around? She was seeing some rich kid. All right, first cut off that stepmother, then deal with Chen Lu. He was gonna make sure Chen Lu and her little rich boy couldn't even run a delivery gig, left begging on the street. The next morning, Lingchen showed up at the Lin family estate. The second he walked in, he heard crashing from the living room and Wang Kuifen's hysterical screaming. Stop breaking things. I'll get Lingchen to sign it. Once I get that inheritance transfer, this place is mine and I'll pay you all back, I swear. A slap cut her off mid-sob. Lingchen pushed the door open. The place was trashed. Wang Kuifen, usually so high and mighty, was on her knees, hair all over the place, a bright red handprint across her face. In the center of the room sat Tiger Bro, the city's underground loan shark, 4 steel pipe-swinging goons behind him. Lingchen strolled in like he owned the place, completely unbothered. Tiger Bro saw him walking by like he didn't even exist, and lost it. He reached out to smack Lingchen. Oh, so this is the good-for-nothing heir? Lingchen slowly turned and looked at him. Stats popped up. Combat rating, 65. Peak average human. Weakness, deeply superstitious, and suffering from a mystery illness. Midnight heart attacks every single night. Lingchen didn't move, just said quietly, You touch my face. You'll never pick up chopsticks again. And that chest pain of yours? Does it hit at exactly midnight every night? Tiger Bro's hand froze. Nobody knew about that, not even his crew. How does this guy know? Can you read fortunes or something? His voice cracked. Lingchen didn't answer. He walked straight into the ransacked bedroom, looking for a purple sandalwood box his mother left behind. Wang Kuifen, seeing Tiger Bro hesitate, jumped up and started screaming. Tiger Bro, he's the first in line to inherit. Force him to sign it over. The house is yours. Tiger Bro's eyes flickered. A few million? Fear ain't worth a dime against that. His face went cold. Hold him down, boys. No signature. We take a finger. All 4 goons charged, steel pipe swinging. Lingchen had his back to them. He let out a sigh. Why do y'all always make me do this? Before the words were out, he spun around. One clean side kick. The guy out front hit the wall like he'd been struck by a truck, flew 5 meters, and crumpled out cold. Dead silence. The other 3 hit the brakes hard, gulping. Lingchen pulled his leg back, walked to the coffee table, and found the sandalwood box his mother left behind. He wiped the dust off, turned to a stunned Wang Kuifen. Wang Kuifen, you always wanted this house and the Lin family assets, right? Fine, I'll give them to you. Wang Kuifen froze. Lingchen looked over at Tiger Bro, a smirk creeping up his face. He pulled out the black card. You bring a card reader? Don't bother collecting. Total is 58 million. He tossed the card. Run it all. Ding. Transaction complete. Wang Kuifen's eyes lit up with pure joy. This idiot actually paid off her debt. She jumped up. Lingchen, smart move. Since you cleared my debt, we're square. Now get out. This house is mine. But Lingchen's next words sent her straight to hell. Who said I was paying off your debt? He looked at her dead in the eyes. That money? That's what I paid to buy the debt. From this moment on, you owe me. Wang Kuifen's smile died on her face. Tiger Bro caught on instantly, switching up his whole attitude, staring down Wang Kuifen. Wang boss, your new creditor is young Master Lin. Oh, Lin, is there anything I can do for you? Want me to help collect? Lingchen walked to the door with the box, stopped, and looked back at Wang Kuifen. 2 options. 1, get out right now. Leave with nothing, not even a shirt. 2, pay back every cent you owe me within 3 days. 1 second late, I call the cops. Fraud, embezzlement. Then he shifted his gaze to Tiger Bro. And if you don't make sure Wang Kuifen follows through, I'll add assault to the list. Got it all on security cam. Between the two of you, you'll rot in there. And with that, Lingchen walked out. Behind him, Wang Kuifan's wailing, and Tiger Bro's crew starting to clear the place out. Lingchen stepped into the sunlight and felt clean. Then the system dropped a new task. Spend 100 million in 2 hours. Fail penalty. A random bodily function will be permanently removed, for example, a 3-second delay. Lingchen stared at the penalty. His eye twitched. System, you're brutal. But spending money? That's probably the easiest mission in the world. Lingchen flagged down a cab and headed straight for SKP Mall. He'd barely stepped out when a red Ferrari pulled up with an obnoxious roar and stopped right in front of him. The window rolled down. It was his ex, Chen Lu. She slipped off her shades, looking at him like he was dirt. Well, Lingchen. Heard you got kicked out and started delivering food. What are you doing at a place like this? Security here doesn't let broke people in. After the Lin family went under, Chen Lu dropped Lingchen overnight and ran straight into some rich kid's arms. Lingchen wasn't even mad. He laughed. Perfect. My spending spree needs an audience. Yeah, I'm here to beg, just not for food today. He smiled wide. Today, I'm here for the whole mall. The car door opened. Chen Lu stepped out with a guy in a Versace floral shirt. The man gave Lingchen a slow once-over with those beady eyes, smirking. This your delivery boy ex, babe? Cute face. Too bad he's broke as hell. Even the AC here charges by the minute. You think one delivery run covers 10 minutes of cold air? Chen Lu laughed, clinging to the guy's arm. Lingchen, let me introduce you. This is my husband now, Zhang Jiqiang. His family's in construction, worth a couple billion. She put extra weight on couple billion, eyes locked on Lingchen, just waiting to see shame, rage, or embarrassment crawl across his face. She was disappointed. Lingchen just stood there completely calm, looking through them like they weren't even there. Then he stepped forward, tone flat. Flexing on me? Really? Zhang Jiqiang, furious at being ignored, stepped in front of Lingchen and reached out to shove him. Just as his hand was about to make contact, Lingchen's pupils flashed gold. Zhang Jiqiang's full profile loaded. Identity, nouveau riche, all bark, no bite. Outfit, Versace shirt, Richard Mille RM011 super fake, domestic movement inside, Gucci belt authentic. Financial status, credit cards maxed out, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Rented the Ferrari to impress Chen Lu, still hasn't paid the rental fee. A slow grin spread across Lingchen's face. He stepped close to Zhang Jiqiang, lowered his voice, just loud enough for the people walking by to catch every word. Shame, though. The Richard Mile's carbon fiber casing is supposed to have a random grain pattern. Yours is way too uniform, don't you think? And the real one has an instant jump date window. It's 1:59 right now. Want to wait and see if yours actually jumps at 2 Aussie? Zhang Jiqiang's face drained. That watch was a $400 fake he bought specifically to trick gold diggers like Chen Lu. He never thought some delivery guy would clock it in 2 seconds. Bull! That's a real watch! What do you know? Zhang Jiqiang's hand instinctively covered his wrist. He barked, all bluster. Babe, ignore this clown. Let's go. I'll get you something from Hermes. He grabbed a confused Chen Lu and made a beeline for the entrance, clearly trying to escape. Oh, perfect, I'm heading in too. Let's go together. Lingchen followed at a leisurely pace. This is SKP. If you can actually afford a pair of socks in there, I'll eat them on the spot. Zhang Jiqiang laughed like it was the funniest joke he'd ever heard. He stopped and turned. Remember what you just said. Lingchen pushed through the revolving door and stepped into the crisp, air-conditioned main hall. SKP's ground floor was a lineup of the world's most elite luxury brands, the air thick with expensive cologne and perfume. Welcome. A Patek Philippe greeter bowed at the entrance. But when Zhang Jiqiang and Chen Lu walked in behind Lingchen, her eyes lit up noticeably, her smile even warmer. Welcome, sir, ma'am. Zhang Jiqiang, desperate to reclaim some dignity, called out loud. Bring out the most expensive watch in the store. I'm picking one out for my girlfriend. Then he shot a sideways glance at Lingchen. What are you doing in here, delivery boy? Freeloading off the AC? You break one of these glass cases, selling you wouldn't even cover it. The store's sales staff, sharp as ever, swarmed around Zhang Jiqiang. Lingchen was left standing there, ignored. The only one who came over was a young intern, fresh out of college, still wearing her trainee badge, who walked up to Lingchen a little nervously, holding out a glass of water. Hi, sir. Is there anything I can help you with? No pressure if you're just browsing. Her eyes were warm, not a trace of judgment despite how Lingchen was dressed. I'm not browsing. Lingchen took a sip, totally calm. See? He's not even shopping. Told you he was just here for the free AC.